See, now this is why they have rehearsals, because how is it showtime and you still don't have the right song? Make it make sense. Like, were you not at rehearsals? Was Mariah Lynn not at rehearsals? How do you still have the wrong song? This is something that should have been sorted out during rehearsals.
Yeah, you know where to be. For real talk, come see. Hot topics, recaps, reactions for you. Genuine laughs and unbiased views. We keeping it real, critical and true. So welcome to Roma Lash TV. You're welcome, come chill with me.
You're welcome. Come chill with me. Yeah, that's not my voice singing the intro, guys. That's not my voice. Just so you know, I wish I could sing like that, but I can't. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Baddies review, Baddies USA, episode 11. And oh no, the camera's here. My bad. Yeah, so let me play some background music. Hold up. I don't just want to hear my no background music. No. Yes, no, maybe so. I guess not. Anyway. Yeah, so the episode starts off with Natalie. Ugh. Okay, so Natalie was going off on Summer because Natalie went to a funeral for her security guard. Her security guard unfortunately passed away, and the Summer called her about, you know, the whole, you know, she can't perform at the next show because whatever, but Big Lex is still able to perform and she can, and you know, it's not fair. I get Summer's point, it wasn't fair. But for some whatever reason, now Natalie wants to go off on Summer. Now that she's back, she want to go off on Summer. She was very calm on the phone, mind you. When Summer first called Natalie, when she was on the sprinter and whatever, um Natalie was pretty calm. You know, she said she was at a funeral. She wasn't at the funeral at the time that Summer called her. She looked like she was in a hotel room just laying down chilling, you know. But you know, she's, you know, it's Natalie got to do her big one, you know. It's camera time, you know. She got to get into character, right? So she's gonna, you know, now she's just here. She's exaggerating. She's making it seem like Summer called her like 10 times. And Summer's like, I only called her. Before I jump ahead, let me, because Summer actually was here. Um, the baddies, they came to meet Natalie at this bar, club, whatever it was. Look at her looking all homeless. You could actually see, I don't know why Natalie chose this wig to wear for the show in this scene, because you could see in the back of her wig, it's not even on. You look at that. Look at this. You could see her hair in the back, girl. Like, you just, it's like she just woke out of bed. And anyway, she's grieving. Is it? Let's give her grace. She's grieving. She's grieving. She's grieving. Everybody grieves differently, right? So security guard, this is obviously someone that was close to her, someone she was seeing every day. So let's give her some grace, right? Cool. So yeah, so all the baddies are there to meet Natalie. She's been gone for 2 days. And the first person she wanted to see was Summer, because she wanted Summer to be alone so she could just go off on her, do her big one and do her Natalie shit. You know how Tommy got her Tommy shit? Natalie wanted to do her Natalie shit and do her big one and go off on Summer, right? Right. Cuz Summer's the villain. Summer is the person we love to hate, or they love to hate, cuz I like Summer. As annoying as she is, I like Summer. Right? So yeah, so she takes this time to go off on Summer. I'm always skeptical when I see this guy, because there's rumors that apparently he was the one who, you know, Summer and caused her lip to look like that, how it's looking now with the scar. Apparently, he's the one that did that. So, hmm, his name is Xavier, I think. But yeah, if you did that, your big ass did that to that little girl, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up. But anywho, that's, it's neither here nor there. So yeah, so Natalie was just going off on Summer. Yo, you called me 5 times. You called me 10 times. Blah blah blah. Summer's just like, no, Natalie, I called you once. I called you one time. That was it. She's like, no, no, no. You were calling me, Summer. You were calling me 10 times. What's up, Summer? You called me multiple times. Multiple times. She was just Natalie is so dramatic. I don't know why she's so dramatic like that. And Summer's just like, okay, Natalie, whatever. Anyways, so the rest of the baddies show up. They come in after she's done scolding Summer, and she goes off again. And she was like, now that all the baddies are there, she was saying that there were other people that called. Some people called to check up on her. Some people were also calling and calling, and now she's making it seem like it's not just Summer. There's more people that were doing it. It wasn't just Summer. There was, a few people. And Dolly, Dolly's like, look, it wasn't all of us that disturbed you or whatever. So you need to put a name on it. You know, like call some names, because most of us actually did care and we were considerate and we did not want to disturb you. Okay, so like put a name on it, and Natalie couldn't put a name on it. So Natalie, she just, I mean, we know that Summer called her because it was, it was aired and stuff. We see it on the show, so we know Summer was one of the people that called her. Anybody else? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe no one else did call her. Who knows? But yeah, apparently Natalie was just mad. It was supposed to be her time to grieve. She was literally at a funeral, and people are just not considerate. They can't give her a break, blah blah blah. They're disturbing her to ask her about bullshit. Why is this one with me? Why is this one sitting with me? Blah 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 blah. Why is she here? Why is you here? Why are you beside me? This, that, the third. All kind of effery. Okay. So anywho, there was that. What else happened in this scene? Yeah, she started saying, oh yeah, Rolly is my big homie, and if Rolly gives you an order while I'm gone, you gotta follow her because she's big homie and she gonna be big homie. Even if me and her, even if I don't like her and we fall out and we this and we that, whether we're friends or not, she's still gonna be big homie. Natalie was being it was Natalie was being so dramatic. Like, what the hell? She was being so dramatic, for real. Anyway, whatever. Moving on. Trying to figure out if anything else happened. Oh yeah. Summer was trying to explain once again why she called Natalie. Rolly, said Lex would still be able to perform and not me because I got booed and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And Natalie's like, listen, I don't give a fuck if the bitch got booed, not blah, 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 blah. You don't call me. My number's for emergencies. Don't call me. Okay. And I just feel like Natalie should have she should have put part of the blame on Rolly. We know she's not gonna do that because we know she's scared of Rolly. Like, Rolly's the only baddie here that could really beat Natalie's ass. So we know why Natalie is not gonna go off on Rolly. She ain't gonna say shit to Rolly. Now, if she had left Biggie in charge, that would have been a different story. I'm pretty sure she would have went off on Biggie and Summer. But because it's Rolly, oh yeah, this is big homie. Even if I like her or not, this is still big homie. She ain't gonna do no weird shit to me. I'm from the Bay. I run LA. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, but put part of the blame on Rolly because Rolly did say Well, you could go ahead and call Natalie if you want to. She specifically said that in episode 10. If you go back and watch, or even watch my review, because I brought it up then. So I would put part of the blame on, and I'm pretty sure, because Natalie has recently, she's gone on a podcast and she did say, if I leave someone in charge, I expect that person to, make sure such and such and such. And I think she decided to say that now that the episode has aired, and she got a chance to see and hear Rolly tell Summer, well, you could go ahead and call Natalie if you want to, because you're not supposed to do that. If Natalie leaves you with instructions, it is what it is. Summer don't want to listen, Summer don't want to listen, right? But I saw some people in the comments saying, Rolly can't control Summer and this and that. Let me tell you something. All these bitches is terrified of Rolly. They're all terrified of her. They don't respect her. They fear her, including Natalie. Okay? Don't y'all notice anytime Rolly tells them to do something, they listen and they do it right away? If Rolly calls them out on something, they backslide and, oh, I didn't mean it like this, Rolly, and Rolly, I'm sorry, and I feel like the baddies respect Natalie, most of them, but they fear Rolly. Most of them fear Rolly. Even the heavy hitters, they fear her. Okay? So, I mean, yeah, I think you could have gotten Summer to, but Rolly didn't care. Let's be honest. Rolly didn't care. She didn't care. She even said it too in the last episode. Look, you want to perform whatever, like, I don't care. When she was yelling at Summer, she was like, I don't care. I don't care if you still want to perform whatever. I don't care about that. She doesn't care that much. That's why she didn't really push for Summer to not perform, because she didn't care. But I feel like if Rolly really stood on business, the business that Natalie wanted her to stand on, it would have been like, no, Summer, you're not performing. Natalie said you're not performing. You got booed. You're not performing. That's it. Talk done. Anyway, enough with that scene, because it's like 12 minutes now. Guys, I'm tired. I'm freaking tired. Okay. I'm tired. I want to sleep. I just wanted to do this recap real quick because it's, long overdue. I am, late. Got a few more to do that I'm going to try to do tomorrow, before Sunday. But yeah, I just wanted to, do this real quick before I go to bed. I'm tired as hell. Tired as hell. So what next? Yeah, Big Lux started going on. Oh yeah, you're using me to justify why you can't perform, blah blah blah. No, she's just calling out the bullshit, and fair is fair. Fair is fair. Not because you are more liked than Summer, you should perform and not her. If it's about what the crowd wants and what the brand, whatever, the same rules should apply for everybody. That's it. That's all. Lex for her Cheetos fingers. Did y'all catch that? She had her Cheeto fingers in the confessionals. Anywho, what next? So, in the next scene, they're at rehearsals. So the baddies are at rehearsals. They're just rehearsing for their upcoming show. Oh, DJ Sky was there. Mariah was there. DJ Sky was there. Okay, so why? Let me not jump the gun. I didn't even notice that DJ Sky was there all the time, and that Mariah was there. Mariah has been so irrelevant this season. Now it makes sense why she went off the way she did on DJ Sky. It makes sense. She's been so, I didn't even know she was there. I did not know she was there. I did not know DJ Sky was there. Oh yeah, so the people that got booed are not at rehearsals, which I feel like if you're still gonna let them, anyway, I'm jumping too far. I'm jumping too far. So yeah, Anna said something. Anna was like, because I think Natalie spoke about she mentioned, yeah, the people that got booed are not, they don't need to be at rehearsals basically. And Anna said something that I mentioned, I think a couple of reviews back. She's like, um the song, it's not like, whether Summer has a good song or not, she's gonna get booed just because of her. It's not the song is bad or whatever, it's just because the crowd does not like her. And it's like, duh, like, Baddies fans are biased, y'all. I mean, I don't mean all of y'all, as a collective, but most Baddies fans are very biased, and sorry to say, colorist. Most of them are, because Summer gets slack for doing a lot of things that most of the other baddies do. Especially Anna. I feel like Summer and Anna are the same person. One is just Latina, one is black. But it is what it is. It's not fair, but yeah, a lot of Baddies fans are very biased, and they like who they like. They like who they like. They like, most Baddies fans like Ivory over Big Lex. Most Baddies fans like Big Lex over Summer. Most Baddies fans like Anna more than Big Lex and Summer. So it is what it is. But yeah. I mean, majority of the people that watch Baddies are kids. Like, let's be honest, they're kids, I mean, I watch Baddies, I'm in my 30s, but yeah, most of these like die-hard Baddies fans are kids, teeny boppers. Next scene. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, Scotty and Jayla are back from Milan. Yes, Italy. They're back. And Scotty said that she missed Halloween, so she decided to take it upon herself and wear her Halloween costume, which was Clueless. I don't know, I'm pretty sure. If you're a millennial, you will remember Clueless, okay? But if not, if you're a Gen Z, you're gonna be lost, okay? But yeah, if you get the chance, Google Clueless, and oh god, what was the name? Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, she was Alicia Silverstone, Stacey Dash. Yeah. I don't remember the other actors, but those two, they were the main. So yeah, and I like it. I like this outfit. It's cute. It suits Scotty, I think last year she dressed up as Baps, her and Rolly. But yeah, I liked it. So yeah, the girls are just outside, and Jayla and Scotty, they're just, letting the girls know how their time in Milan was. They got into some drama. Jayla's dumbass decides to record these people. There was already some brawl going on, and Jayla decided to record the brawl. And one of the guys, noticed that they were recording, and he was like, "Hey." And he runs up to them, and yeah, it was some drama from there. Some people had to get in the paint. There was a little tussling. I think Lemmy had to fight somebody. They didn't, of course they didn't show it on the show, but on Instagram I saw some clips where they're like in the street and there's a brawl, and Lemmy was like arguing with someone, and then he was like, "Oh, where's Scotty? Where's Scotty?" And because she's pregnant, and I just feel like Scotty girl, first of all, it was Scotty's idea to stand and watch. Okay, girl. I know you like the drama, girl. I know you're nosy and you like the drama. I ain't even go judge you because I'm nosy, and when I see a little squabble going on in the street, I might stand and watch for a minute too. I'm not gonna lie, but Scotty, you're pregnant, and you're in a foreign country. Y'all gotta move carefully. Like they said it like like it was nothing. Yeah, there was this and that going on. Like they're like smiling. Look at Scotty, she's smiling. Jayla's like, yeah, we did get maced and blah blah blah, and like she says it like she's, asking for toast. Like this is a big deal. You guys got maced. Pregnant Scotty, who's with you, you guys almost got maced. Come on, guys, come on. And y'all in the people them country, like, come on, man, come on. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. This woman is pregnant. Okay, next time leave her at home. Okay, so what next? I'm so sorry, y'all. I am tired. But anyway, so in the next scene, well, no, not really the next scene, but the same scene. We're just talking about, I think, Kokilla and Nunu. You could tell it was freezing. Look at everybody. So yeah, Nunu and Kokilla had a little like conversation. I guess you can say they kind of squashed the beef because you know, I think it was Kokilla. Kokilla was like, "So what's good? Are we good? Like, is there any issue?" And Nunu was like, "I might have said something slick, whatever, but I don't really have no issue with you. Like, it's all good. I just said such and such, and then you said such and such, and Kokilla was like, all right, well, if you don't got an issue, I don't got an issue. It is what it is. If it ain't no smoke, then nothing. There's nothing." So I mean, and I feel like this storyline was so whack because Nunu never came on there saying Rikin's name. She never did. You guys were, especially Fauna, you guys were pushing this whole. Honestly, y'all should have brought back Rikin and left Fauna at home. Did I mention Fauna is my least favorite baddie? I don't like Fauna. I don't like her. I do not like her. Okay, she is very for someone who's this is only her second season. Okay? Fauna acts very entitled. Fauna acts like she is above everybody and she's above the program and she's just so much more classier than everybody. She's too classy for this. You know who Fauna reminds me of? Jasmine Renee. That's who Fauna reminds me of. She reminds me of Jasmine. Y'all remember Jasmine Renee from Midwest? How she was just so like bougie and she was like too cool for school, and that's what Fauna gives me. You're bougie, fine, cool, but I mean, she just acts like she is better than people and she's better than the program and she's just too classy for baddies. That's what she gives. Okay? She's always picking on Summer. Even when the other baddies are giving Summer her props, she'll be picking on her. Like just out of like I don't know, she just gives me hater vibes. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her energy. I don't like Fauna. I don't like her. She's my least favorite baddie. I would have said Mariah, but nah, it's definitely Fauna. It's definitely Fauna. And her and Mariah are friends, so there we go. Birds of a feather, right? Birds of a feather flock together. Anywho, so yeah, that was pretty much that. It looked like they couldn't wait for that scene to be over because it was freezing with no snow. So in the next scene, okay, so in this scene now, we have hold up, yeah. So in this scene, we have Mariah Lynn. I'm just trying to, you know what? I have a freaking screenshot. Like, what am I doing trying to, where my screenshots at? First of all, let me take this off. Okay. And, oh, what? No, DJ Sky, I'm not ready for you yet. I'm going to roast you just now, but there we go. I forgot she was on the screenshot. Um, was it here? Okay. Oh God, I have to. Let me move myself. Let me move myself. Let me. No. Okay, much better. All right. So, okay. DTB recently did a live. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.